Hello everyone, how are you all? In this segment of Landmark Judgment, today we are taking up an interesting case, SP Gupta versus Union of India. This case is of 1981 and it is related to independence of judiciary. So what were the facts of this case? In this particular case, the Supreme Court took up questions affecting the principle of independent judiciary. What is a basic structure of the Constitution of India? The question of law before the Honorable Court is, one of the issues raised was regarding the validity of central government orders on the non-appointment of two judges and the disclosure of correspondence between the Law Minister, the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court and the Chief Justice of India. What was held by the Honorable Apex Court? The court held that there were two main grounds upon which the central government's decision regarding appointment and transfer could be challenged, transfer of judges. The court reasoned that an open and effective participatory democracy requires accountability and access to information by the public about the functioning of the government. At the very outset, the court elaborated on the concept of independence of judiciary, saying, "It is necessary to remind ourselves that the concept of independence of the judiciary is not limited only to independence from executive pressure or influence, but it is a much wider concept which takes within its sweep independence from many other pressures and prejudice. It has many dimensions, namely fearlessness of other power centers, economic or political, and freedom from prejudice acquired and nourished by the class to which the judges belong." Article 124 and Article 217 of the Indian Constitution deal with the appointment of judges to the Supreme Court and the various high courts. They were discussed at length by the court while deciding who has the final voice in the appointment of judges to the higher judiciary. The court further held that there were only two grounds on the basis of which the central government's decision regarding appointment and transfer of judges can be challenged. Number one, when there was no full and effective consultation between the central government and the appropriate authorities, and the second one is the decision was based on irrelevant grounds. Under these considerations, the court has to decide whether disclosure of a particular document would be contrary to public interest or not. In this particular case, SP Gupta, it was held that the correspondence in question was not protected since it dealt with the appointment and transfer of judges. It was held to be one of great importance to public interest. The court recognized that a democratic society cannot keep the activities of the government hidden from the public in order to avoid accountability and criticism. Recognizing a right to know which seems implicit in the right to free speech and expression, the court reasoned that where a society has chosen to accept democracy as its cradle faith, it is elementary that the citizens ought to know what their government is doing. The court also defined open government from the right to know, which is implicit in the right to free speech and expression under Article 19(1)(a) of the Indian Constitution. The Honorable Supreme Court of India identified a presumption of disclosure. Disclosure of information regarding to the functioning of government must be the rule and secrecy an exception justified only where the strictest requirement of public interest so demands. The approach of the court must be to attenuate the area of secrecy as much as possible, consistent with the requirement of public interest, bearing in mind all the time that disclosure also serves an important aspect of public interest. So this was all about the essence of SP Gupta case in a nutshell. I hope after this brief lecture you have a better understanding of this particular case. Stay connected.